Hey guys, it's MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another discussion video. And it's Wednesday morning. I'm up bright and early, and I just woke up and ran into some exciting news concerning Dragon Ball FighterZ. And I thought, let's talk about it, let's discuss it. And it's concerning 3 character reveals. Not 2 character reveals, we're getting 3 character reveals, and it makes sense why. I mean, the game come out next month. We're getting closer and closer to the release date, so it makes sense that Arc System Works would start just pumping out these character reveals and let us know what's in store and what we're purchasing. So let's go to the article. Now I went to Komatsu and found this information, and it looks like that we're going to have Beerus, Hit, and Goku Black that's going to be added to the game. Now I am super excited for this. I can't wait to dive in to find out how these characters play. And it's also, we're getting 2 new gameplay systems that's being revealed also in this article. So this is going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this in a second after we read this article. So let's scroll down and find out what these 3 characters has to deliver. So Beerus, Hit, and Goku Black are playable characters in Dragon Ball FighterZ. The latest issue of V-Jump reveals. Beerus' meteor special attack is God of Destruction Judgment, which seems to go from a throwing technique to a headshot rush attack. He can also use Sphere of Destruction, which creates a sphere that explodes when it touches the enemy. Hit's meteor special attack is I Continue to Grow, which stop time and unleashes multiple attacks one after the other. He uses instantaneous attacks and movement as well as strike techniques. Then Goku's Black meteor special attack is Work of the Gods, in which he attacks with his hand transformed into a blade and follows with a cloning attack. Zamasu, Goku Black's true form, also appears and can bind the opponent. So to me, it seems like when Zamasu uses special, when Goku Black uses special ability, Zamasu pretty much shows up. So if they're saying this is his meteor attack, yeah, so that makes sense or whatever for super and everything. So we want to scroll down, and we got some more scans. So this look really pretty much story related and everything. You see some events from that happened on the Namek Saga, and Goku first turned to Super Saiyan, and also the whole Spirit Bomb when he fought Majin Buu. And also we have, oh yeah, we have when the Yamcha gets blown up during the Saiyan Saga, and we have the Battle of the Gods events and everything. So that's pretty interesting here. So I'm gonna scroll down. So in addition to the new fighters, the magazine also has information on 2 new gameplay elements. Okay, so the first one's called Come Forth Shenron. Shenron appears during battle. With a certain number of combos, the 7 Dragon Balls will gather, and Shenron will appear in battle when certain conditions are fulfilled. You and your opponent share the amount gathered. The player who fulfills the condition will have their wish granted. You can also choose from 4 wishes: full health, HP recovery, wow, teammate revival, okay, addition of 1 sparking icon, or constantly recovering HP. Now that is crazy, especially the sparking. The sparking is like the X factor. So you can get an additional sparking icon. You know how much you can turn the game around with that? That's crazy. And then the other one's called Dramatic Production. So this one inserts productions that reproduce famous scenes from the anime without change before and after the battle when certain conditions are fulfilled. Alright, now that one has me scratching my head. They have to go into more details with that. That's really... yeah, that's really confusing. I wonder what effects would that really was. How much would that impact the fight? You do all that when after you summon Shenron, you choose that, and oh wow, that's interesting. But let's talk about everything all together. Then we get back to the gameplay mechanics, because that Come Forth Shenron really is really interesting that they add this into the game, especially the whole competitive. Especially if they plan on making this an esports or competitive game, you know. So first of all, I want to clear the air with this for a second. Is because I remember when this game was first announced and they started revealing characters. Now there was a debate going on between you know, some members of the community, and also it was more so a debate going on between me and people who are following this game. and I got into a lot of arguments. I mean, especially it was more so arguments throwing and shade throwing towards me when I was saying that, you know, this game it has to have Dragon Ball Super characters, and everybody kept arguing me down, saying that no, this game is going to be focused on just Dragon Ball Z characters because the name of the game is called Dragon Ball FighterZ, and it has the Z at the end of the word fighter. And I said it just doesn't make sense. Z is just a pun, and that's one of the most popular, you know, I guess you could say that's one of the most popular brands of the Dragon Ball series, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's just going to be Dragon Ball Z characters, because it just didn't make sense. I mean, Dragon Ball Super is the most current anime that's out right now, and as far as views are concerned, and you know, especially in Japan and everything, Dragon Ball Super is right up there with One Piece and a couple other animes, like in the top slots. So it didn't make sense for them to have a brand new Dragon Ball franchise, a brand new series that they're promoting, selling merchandise, and it's the most talked about, you know, anime at this point every weekend and stuff, especially on Crunchyroll and other sites and everything, where sites actually shut down at times because of how many people was viewing it. Just for them to make a fighting game using Arc System, where Arc System is one of the arguably one of the best companies out there that create fighting games, to have them create this game and don't put any representative of Dragon Ball Super, that does not make any sense. And I mean, people in the comment sections on different videos was cussing me out, calling me, I mean, getting triggered, calling me all kinds of names, saying that no, it's just gonna be Dragon Ball Z. And then when I mentioned Golden Frieza, then the excuse was, well, Battle of the Gods was in Dragon, you know, Battle of the Gods was still part of Dragon Ball Z. The Nakatsu no F, the revival of Frieza, was part of Dragon Ball Z. But I said, wait a minute, but let's look at Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super retold Battle of the Gods and Nakatsu no F. So I would, as far as canon is concerned, I think Dragon Ball Super would take precedence over top of those two movies. So everybody arguing me too for now. And now we have Beerus, Goku Black, Rose, and we have Hit as playable characters. So we can finally put that to rest. We can stop now. No, this game is just not focusing on Dragon Ball Z characters. And I'm sorry about the rant. So let's get back into this article. But I'm super excited. The thing is, everybody wanted Goku Black. I mean, Goku Black has become one of the most popular characters because for some reason there's been a lot of fan fiction in the Dragon Ball community where there's people always wanted to see a what if Goku was evil, and it seemed like in the franchise and the series, Toriyama finally gave what the fans want and gave us Goku Black. So everybody's going crazy over Goku Black. So having him as a playable character, I couldn't see this not happening. And plus, it doesn't take much when you already have a Goku model already created. So now you have like what, 3 Gokus? We have Super Saiyan Goku, we have Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and now we have Goku Black Rose. We have 3 Gokus in this game, and it makes sense to keep him in the base roster. He's not DLC. I think it would suck more if he was DLC because it's not much to create him. Just change his moveset. He has the saber blade that he can use the Kai energy to create the blade for his hands. So that makes sense. I wonder if most of his attacks is going to be based on that blade. I think that would make him much more different from Goku. And plus, he has the scythe. If you look at right here in the article, he also has the scythe as well, which is pretty interesting. So yes, he's going to be a much more unique Goku, and I think he's going to probably be much more fun compared to Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Goku. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to probably see a lot of Goku Blacks a lot of Goku Blacks online because everybody's going to pick him, and I can't wait to see what Sean Schimmel does, or Sean Schimmel does with the Goku Black's voice, because as Sean Schimmel said during the dub when he did the Xenoverse Goku Black, he said he didn't know what the Japanese developers wanted or the creators wanted Goku Black to sound, so he had to come up with something on the spot. So now that Goku Black arc will eventually be coming, especially next year in the dub version, he probably has, he probably even worked the voice out even more and retweak the voice. So I can't wait to hear what Sean Schimmel does with Goku Black. And then Beerus is another popular character that everyone has been looking forward to in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Everybody kept speculating and say he has to be in the game, and it's good. And I mean, remember that last video we talked about, there was a fiend who pretty much took that scan and zoomed up close and discovered that Beerus and Hit has to be in the game because they showed it in the arcade or the story mode or whatever they had. So Beerus is going to be pretty interesting. He's going to be super strong. I can guarantee you that, and I can see that the way he fights is going to probably be very arrogant, very cocky. He probably have one arm behind his back, and he's using his fingers just to kick your ass and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see how Beerus play. He probably won't be one of my characters that I'll play, but I'm definitely gonna try Goku Black. And then you have Hit. Now I said that Dragon Ball Super characters has to be in this game, and I think the most diverse or the most unique character out of Dragon Ball Super cast is Hit, because especially with Arc System, I know Arc System will probably hook Hit up as far as his task concerned. I mean, this dude can like jump in between time and stuff, and he can move through time and shift through time, and he can punch through time. So I can see him being a more like a long range character, and he's like pretty versatile. He can fight you up close. He can fight you at a distance, so he can punch the air, and you can see the impact come from one dimension to the other. So I think he'll be a pretty interesting character, very technical character. I think he's going to definitely be technical, and I don't think he's going to be as easy as everybody may think he's going to be, but I think he's going to be a very technical character and frustrating in the fight. So I can't wait to see him in action when they do the trailers. And the bummer part about the trailers is that they take so long to reveal these trailers of these characters, and it's real slow. But I'm looking forward to see how Hit plays. So yes, Hit look long range to close range combat. Goku Black, he gonna have some long range type of abilities as well. Especially he's gonna be like a weapon based Goku, which I'm looking forward to seeing. And then Beerus, he's gonna just be a beast altogether. So I can't wait to see how Beerus work out. So we're gonna move on to the final part, which I want to talk about is the gameplay mechanics, the 2 gameplay mechanics that was revealed. And it said 2 gameplay mechanics. Maybe we may have some more as we get closer to the release date. Who knows? But the thing that really got me is the come forth Shenron. Now, this mechanic is just surprising me. You fill up the gauge with the combos, and whoever completed the conditions and everything will pretty much be able to get a wish granted. Now, full HP recovery, it sounds pretty damn good, but especially with the way the game is. Maybe now, since the way they tweet, probably after they tweet the game a bit, because I noticed that rounds take really long from the matches that I watched. Rounds take really long in this game, so having HP recovery, I wonder how that play out and everything. But then you have a teammate revival, which is very interesting. Reviving a teammate during battle. It's already a pain in the ass in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. With the soul gem or the soul stone to bring back your teammate, but you get to revive your teammate in this, which is really interesting in a game like this. And then you have the addition of 1 sparking icon. Now this is the one that really got me, because the sparking icon can really turn the game around, especially if used correctly. I've seen a lot of matches on YouTube where players used their sparking and turned the entire game around, and now with the wish you can get an additional sparking icon. That is ridiculous. So I can't wait to see how this all play out. I mean, I know they probably balance this stuff out, so I'm not really that concerned. So I know they probably put a lot of thought into this, and they're constantly recovering HP. Well, I think out of all of those, I think the constant recovery of HP is probably be like the weakest of them all, of all the choices, unless you got a particular setup, or unless I think it will work perfectly for I think there's a character, I'm not sure, I don't think it was Piccolo, was it Gohan? It's a character that uses their health to produce certain attacks, so I think that would definitely work for that character, now that I think about it. But yeah, the dramatic production, I don't really have nothing to say about that. I really don't know, but that's pretty much my opinion about this. I'm really super excited for this game. Now that we got Goku Black Rose, Hit, and Beerus as 3 playable characters that's in the base roster. And like I said before, we can finally clear this up. Yes, there are Dragon Ball Super characters in this game. This game is not just Dragon Ball Z, so we can put that to rest. I'm happy for that. So that wraps everything up. I want to hear your opinions, or which one of the 3 are you looking excited to play in this game, or are you excited for the fact that all 3 of these characters are in the game? So make sure you leave your comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit that bell notification at the bottom of this video or on my YouTube channel to get notified to when I upload new videos. This is MugenLord. You guys have a good day. Signing off.